Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back. If you're new, as always, hello, how's it going? I wanted this video really to just be focused on complexion because I feel like it's been a while since I've solely focused on that, and this routine is something that I say I go to about like 95% of the time because I definitely take it on like a day-by-day basis. You know, sometimes I'm feeling like switching things up. I do feel like this makeup look incorporates kind of all of the elements that I like in a full base makeup look, which this is going to be that. This is not going to be like natural skin, like no, it's definitely going to be full coverage, okay? But I enjoy having that luminosity come through my skin, but I also like looking like a little baby doll. So this is kind of how I make that happen, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get into it. For starters, skincare. Okay, that is going to be definitely a key factor in the end result of your makeup because not all skincare products are going to mix well with makeup. So this is definitely like a trial and error type of thing, and it is very personal to you, right? Because everyone's got a different skin type, skin texture, like it's all different. So I've already gone ahead and done mine. I keep it pretty minimal, like, you know, a good moisturizer, sunscreen. I need to get better at putting on sunscreen on a daily basis. Usually a serum in there as well. And then that's really it. Moving on to primer. This is a combo that you guys have seen me use day in and day out. It's going to be the E.L.F Power Grip Primer and the E.L.F Putty Primer. So I am definitely one to mix primers onto my face because I don't think I need to use the pore one all over. It's not really necessary in my case. So I like to focus the pore filling one towards the center of my skin. This is going to help to smooth this area out as much as possible. It's not going to completely vanish my pores. That's just not possible, but it's going to do a pretty decent job at just making the makeup go on a lot smoother in those areas. And then for the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with the Power Grip because this one definitely has more of a tacky feel to it. So it's going to let that foundation and concealer and everything that comes after primer adhere 10 times better onto the skin. Moving on, as I mentioned, I enjoy that glow from within to come through in most of my makeup looks. Like, unless I'm doing like a true all matte face, then that's a different story, right? What I think is key to achieve this specific makeup look is to utilize a type of liquid luminizer. This is really going to give you that face with the least amount of effort. The trouble with this is that some luminizers will be chunky, and like that's not what you want. So you guys have seen me use the Aura Glow Lust. I finally got around to getting the Halo Glow from E.L.F. I cannot believe it took me this long to get, honestly, but I can in fact say it is breathtaking. I'm gonna use the E.L.F one today, and I take this on all the areas that I would naturally highlight. And it's okay to go in a little more with this product because it is pretty sheer. It's not going to give like immense coverage or anything like that. Like, look at this. You cannot tell me that is not stunning. Okay, it might look a little aggressive on camera. Like, I'm looking right now and I'm kind of like, goddamn. But since we are going to be adding multiple layers on top of this of different products, like you'll see, okay, it is going to all come together at the end. Now for foundation, I like to go right in between of that dewy and matte face, and something that has really like shifted in my makeup is not applying nearly as much foundation. Because I'm adding on multiple layers on top of one another, I just find that the end result looks so much better with a lighter layer of foundation. So as you can see, I'm still looking very much dewy, and you're getting those highlights that are just getting caught by the light, and I feel like that looks so beautiful on the skin. But a keynote that I want you to make is I avoided my under eyes. The reason I did that is because there's no reason for me to put on foundation under there and just have that product caked up if I'm gonna go in with a concealer or possibly even two concealers. This product right here, okay, is a must if you like to cream contour. This is the MILANI liquid contour. Okay, sorry, it's a liquid, but okay, whatever. I like to do this before I do my concealer. This is something that I recently incorporated within like the last few months because I realized that by doing so, I'm not using nearly as much concealer as I was using before. Okay, kind of ignore my nose. I don't really know what I did right there, but you know, something's always gonna happen whenever I film a complexion-based look. I like to blend this out with a brush just because I feel like I have a little more control as to where that product is moving. It just is giving that very subtle bronze and definition to the face, which is what I want to achieve with that. And looking at it up close, like, I'm still able to see my natural skin, but it just looks a little more juicy, right? A little more elevated. Now for concealer, I'm going to take something that is still going to give me that hydration that I want underneath my eyes so that I don't look like the desert, but still going to give that brightness that I want. So this is the NYX Bear With Me concealer, and I'm going to take a decent amount onto that inner corner because that's where I have the most darkness. And I'm also going to take just a pinch on the outer corner to give a bit of shape to the face. And then I'm gonna take it on the chin, the center of my forehead, and down the bridge of the nose. Now, when blending this out, I'm going to blend everything that I don't care to be as intense before and then go with the other things afterwards. So for me, it's gonna be the forehead, the chin, the under eyes, and then the nose. Now I'm gonna take some cream blush. So this is the MILANI Cheek Kiss. I know, you're probably like, Francesca, that is a lot, but you just gotta keep on blending it out and you'll see. It's gonna give it, okay? Boom. I mean, stunning, stunning. I have gone back to beginning the first set of my face with a pressed powder. Why, you may ask? Well, because that gives me that baby doll face that I want. I've honestly really been reaching for the Essence All About Matte powder. And I like to take this on a triangle puff because it's really easy to get up right into those little itty bitty corners. And I always start with the center of my face, just because that's where I want my face to be the most matte. And then any excess that I have, I take on the rest of the face. I do try to leave out this general area of the face. I still want that luminosity to be there. Now, everything that we basically did with the liquids, we're gonna do with powders. Okay, that's just how I like to do it. If you feel like that is so much makeup, then you're right, it is. But we're not using a lot of each product. We're just doing thin layers with everything. So for bronzer, I'm taking this over all the areas that I applied the liquid. So I realized that I tend to like my contour to extend from my ear path. Why? Never have I ever said that in my life, but I guess we're going with that today. So like, I really can feel that bone, right? So it's like, I'm just taking it right along that line. And I started to just, like I said, focus it at the very top, and I've been enjoying the effect that it's been giving. I just like keep using the Essence blush. I like seriously underestimated how incredible this one was, because I think when I tried it out, I was like, oh yeah, it's like, it's cute, but no, I can't stop using it. I love the tone of this and the formula. So you know what, I'm gonna use it again today. Blush is the first thing to leave your face, so it's okay if you add more than you usually would. Now to make everything look more refined, I'm gonna take a loose setting powder, and I'm a big fan of the Beauty Bakerie one. I just think this is like one of the best powders out there, at least that I've tried. All right, like it's definitely in the top 3 for me, and we're gonna use it today. Usually for me, it's gonna be at the sides of the nose and that under eye, and then right below the contour. I personally am not one to let this sit on my face for that long. Usually I'll give it like 30 seconds and then I'll begin dusting it off. Then just for the other layer of powder, I know you're probably like, this is so unnecessary. And this one, I don't even want to say it's unnecessary because I really love to do this. So I'm going to take a pressed powder that has just a small amount of pigment. So this is the Prime and Stay Finishing Powder from E.L.F. And I'm going to take it on a stippling brush. I actually used this recently and I was like, oh, that kind of works. So I'm going to do it again today. And with the lightest amount and hand, you are going to just dust it right on top of the whole entire makeup look. And I just feel that this really melts everything into one another. And the last little step, I love a good nose highlight, so I always add that, whether it's a powder or a liquid. It really doesn't matter as long as it gives me that pointy beacon of light. And then this is where I'm like, okay, do I want a little more highlight on the rest of my face? Am I fine with what's going on? Pretty happy with this. I just want like a small amount right at the very tops of my cheekbones, just because I think I did add powder in that area by accident. And here we have the final complexion look. What do you guys think? It's something that I definitely continue to work on because I love working on figuring out a base routine, and this is definitely the one at the moment for me. And like I said, every now and then some things will change, but for the most part, this is what it is. Yeah, I think it is a winner for sure. If you guys have any tips for me, definitely let me know. I would love to hear everything and anything. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I tried to make my bangs do this little swooping thing and it's not working, which is so unfortunate. I just tapped this off. It's a cream, Francesca.